What's going on, Youngstown? Director of Athletics Nick Safara here. Wanted to introduce you guys to a new show that we are going to kick off on Chauvin Broadcasting. It's going to be called YCSD Sport Report. Beginning on February the 18th, every other Tuesday from at 1 o'clock, we're going to spend about a half hour discussing about sports in the district, what goes on behind the scenes involved with sports, and all the people in different places. We're going to bring in guests from the community, guests from the schools, some student athletes, coaches, and just show you guys everything sports inside of Youngstown City School District. Information, times, game starts, anything and everything we can talk about. We're going to also open it up to a live session for some questions on air that we would love to answer and share with you guys to be extremely transparent. So again, set your calendars, set your markers. Beginning on February 18th at 1 p.m., we're going to kick off the YCSD Sport Report live on Chauvin Broadcasting, shared through all of the social media pages. And we're going to start episode 1 on the 18th with Mr. Dennis Yalmer, who's next to me now. And he's going to discuss the e-games portion of what we created and added within the last year here in Youngstown City Schools. And Dennis, you've got some words, take them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be talking on the 18th about esports. So everything esports in the district here that Youngstown offers, both at East High School and Chaney High School. Talk a little bit about our program, our labs, what games we have to offer, and what kind of doors it can open for students who do participate, scholarship opportunities for next steps post-graduation.
Beautiful. So as we said, February 18th, 1 p.m., YCSD Sport Report live on Chauvin Broadcasting. From there, the schedule will be every other Tuesday. So mark your calendars, ask your questions, get your guests ready, and just welcome into the world of sport.
Absolutely. Bring all your Fortnite fans. I need them. I'll see you there.
Fortnite. We'll see you then. See you on Tuesday.
Bears on February 7th, 2025. Got about 4 minutes till tip-off, and it's looking like we're going to have a good game. Looks like most of the rosters are healthy from what I've been told from the coaches. And my keys to the game today are going to be, the same as they usually are when Chaney plays. Sound like a broken record, but it's going to be the Hill Twins, Alan and Alex. And then the pressure defense, it's going to be initiated by Asante Mickle and Austin Brown. I'd like to go ahead and apologize for the last coverage I did, accidentally calling Austin Alex. Was able to talk with his dad and him a little bit about that, And then for East, it's really going to be, can Tyrese get going? Because once Tyrese gets the scoring started for East, it gives confidence to the whole team, and they're able to start playing some good basketball, getting good ball movement out. And watching in warm-ups, we got the layup lines going right now over on the east side of the court for warm-ups. And over for Chaney, we got a couple guys practicing some free throws, a couple guys practicing some wing 3 jumpers. And looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem here, as we got all the Chaney cheerleaders coming onto the court here. East cheerleaders over there getting ready. As we get a look into the East huddle. And here we go with the national anthem. And following the national anthem, we're about to have the lineup introductions for East and Chaney. And starting for East today, we're going to have number 2, Kevin Pullen, number 3, Michael Franklin Jr., number 10, Tyrese Davis, number 14, Anthony Davis, and number 24. Don't have his name on my roster sheet. I'll go ahead and grab that from the athletic director when he joins us a little bit later. I think that might be Perry, maybe. For Chaney, we're going to have number 2, Austin Brown, number 3, Alex Hill Jr., number 4, Cameron Miller, number 5, Allen Hill Jr., and number 10, Bobby Johnson. Got told by the athletic director, call him Kobe until we get his name. And again, something that Chris Gunther mentioned, the handshakes. You love to see the different handshakes from teammates. Coach Marlin definitely has his boys coached up and ready for this one. Again, rivalry games. No love lost between the two teams. It's going to be a physical game. And you're probably going to look to see East really push the tempo in this one. As we're getting ready for the tip-off. Tyrese Davis for the tip for East. And Alex Hill on the tip for Chaney. And the tip is controlled by East. Tyrese going to drive to the bucket, spins back, kicks that one back out. Over to Anthony Davis. That one's off. Alex Hill with the rebound, gets it over to Cameron Miller, the senior. Gets that one over to Austin Brown. Driving, weaving through, tries to dish that one off. Can't quite get it to his teammate. It's going to be a turnover. East pushing the ball. Tyrese Davis for three. That one's off the rim. Brown with the board. He's going to kick this one down. Throws that one inside. Pass from Alex to the corner to Bobby. Can't quite get there. It's going to be out of bounds. East takes possession. Davis gets that one in. Then we got Franklin pushing the ball up. Takes a screen. Shoots a deep three. That one's off. And we're going to get an out-of-bounds call, and possession will switch over to Chaney. Allen Hill inbounds that one to Austin Brown. And he's working on Franklin. Swings that over to Johnson. Over to Allen. Back over to Austin. Austin over to Cameron Miller. Passes that one off to Bobby Johnson. Takes a dribble. Again, back to Miller. Over to Brown. Brown sizing up Franklin. Takes the screen from Allen. Thought about pulling it. Passes that one to Johnson. Nice little two-man game there. Getting that one down to Allen Hill. The give and go from Johnson, and Johnson's going to go to the line for two. So we get a replay here. Nice pass down low. The bounce pass back to Johnson on the cut. Johnson's going to go to the line and try and sink his free throws here. First one's up. Gets a nice little roll off the rim. That's going to be your first point of the game. And Bobby gets another friendly roll, 2 for 2 at the line, and East trying to push it immediately. Tyrese gives that one off to Franklin, back to Tyrese. Franklin kicks it down, 3 ball. That one's off. Franklin trying to get the board, can't quite corral that one. Passes that one up to Austin. Austin can't finish at the rim. Rebound for Anthony Davis. That ball gets saved by Cameron Miller. I believe they called a turnover there. It's going to be East ball. They're going to call it over and back. They're going to say East didn't have full possession. And then that save went back across half court there. As the inbound is to Michael Franklin Jr. Gets that one over to Tyrese Davis, trying to work on Alex Hill. That one's back to Franklin, driving on Bobby Johnson. Can't get that one to go. Tough defense there. Partially blocked shot. And Austin Brown comes away with it. Brown tries to swing that one over. Davis getting in the passing. That's Anthony Davis, number 14. That one's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to maintain Chaney possession. Cameron Miller to inbound. Gets that one into Bobby Johnson. Johnson, mid-range pull-up. That one doesn't fall. Anthony Davis with the board. Ball's up to Franklin. Gets pushed down low. Pulling. Can't quite get that one to go. Long rebound. East was able to maintain possession for a second there. Miller with the steal. Gets it up to Johnson, and the two seniors doing their thing. The two seniors, Cameron Miller and Bobby Johnson, working together there to get a nice little steal and a transition bucket.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on?
How we doing, Chris?
Man, I'm glad to be back. Things are definitely heating up here as we have reached capacity, as Chaney is out to a 4-0 lead against their rival East. Now let's see if Chaney has what it takes to complete the sweep.
It's always hard to sweep in rivalry games when you have the boys and girls playing back-to-back games.
It's also hard for guys to stay focused as well. It's very hard.
Absolutely.
But just because it's hard, it doesn't mean that it's not doable. Now they can do it. It's just a matter of, I guess, a matter of time at this point.
As Tyrese converts the first of 2 free throws.
Man, just talk about the energy in this room. Everybody's real loud and excited. Rightfully so. I mean, that's kind of what you expect in atmospheres like tonight.
And Tyrese converts the pair.
Now, a little birdie from Chaney. I'm not going to say who it was, but a little birdie from Chaney told me he's going to get player of the game tonight. So I'm like, all right, well, let's see what happens. I'm not going to tell y'all who it was, but let's just say they was saying I'm going to get player of the game tonight. I said, all right, show me. As Chaney's trying to muscle it up in there.
And you love when players have that confidence, like tonight's going to be my night.
I love it because confidence speaks volumes. Now, if they can actually do it, then that says something different.
So we get the replay. The two seniors working together for the steal and the layup.
That's the best way to do it. That is the best way to do it.
And that free throw falls for Allen Hill.
Let's see if he can go 2 for 2 here at this early trip to the strike.
And something different between this game and the girls' game is off the rip, we're seeing a lot of the free throws go in this game.
Absolutely. I think also what you have to take into consideration too is there is a little bit of a difference in how you start the game versus how you finish the game. And I'm really curious to see how East finishes as they just now got on the scoreboard.
Nice pull-up jumper there.
Because anytime you're playing against your rival, it is not easy. They are going to come out there ready, and that's what they do. As Austin Brown attempts to triple, and the buck is good for Austin Brown. I love that kid's game, and I love his motor because he plays on both ends of the court. Look at that. He's the smallest guy on the floor. He just got his hand on a deflection.
Absolutely. And I was talking with him before the girls' game. I asked him who's going to have more points, you or your sister, and he's like, my shoulder's feeling good today. I think it's going to be me.
Hey, well, it's a strong possibility now, so we're going to see what happens. I remember when I was a teenager, because I played basketball all 4 years, and it was rare that we had a night off. But I remember one year we had a night off, and I came and checked out a Chaney and East game, and man, it was just as packed as it is now.
Absolutely. Love the Chaney and East games as we get a nice shot of me and you over here.
Oh, man, I love it. Well, I hope they like what they see. I apologize in advance if my head is taking up half the dang shot.
Your head? I don't know. I might have a bigger head than you.
I don't know, man. I guess we're going to find out. So they're giving us a signal we can come back behind the booth. I don't think everybody wanted to see my big head taking up all the camera time.
Right now we have Khalil Mason in the game. And he hits his free throws.
Now let's continue to see what they do here. Now, I like how East is bringing a lot of that pressure up. But Austin Brown is a very, he's a very smart point guard as Chaney attempts a triple.
Dwayne Thompson.
Townsend for the triple. I like it.
As we got Miller stretching out over here on the Chaney bench.
Now, Chaney just caused another turnover. Now, if they make this, the crowd's going to go crazy.
Good steal and pass by Allen Hill. Great finish by Asante Mickle.
I like how Chaney has gotten out to an early lead. Now, that's what you want to see. You want to see your best players get on the floor, and that's what they're doing. As we got a quick timeout here in the action.
Great job by Thompson to get on that loose ball.
We got a little bit of a break here as Chaney is out to a 14-5 advantage.
And the difference between the cheerleaders, like the volume difference,
it's like night and day.
Insane.
It's like night and day, man.
We have 2 rows of cheerleaders completely across underneath the basket that East is scoring on, and that's definitely got to make it difficult when they have to shoot free throws.
Yes, it is. I agree. That's going to make a tremendous difference, but we're going to see what happens. We are definitely going to see what happens as they're coming out of this timeout.
And Austin Brown bringing the ball up. He's being guarded by Michael Franklin Jr. Passes that one off. Mickle gets it over to Allen. Allen swings it back to Austin.
As Austin, I thought he was going to pull that one. He definitely had a shot. He certainly had one, but he just didn't take it.
Pass over to Mickle, 3 ball. That one's off.
That one won't fall for Mickle. I give credit where credit's due.
Tyrese pushing. Couldn't get that one to go.
He's very athletic. That was an athletic leg as Austin gets fouled in transition.
I think Tyrese might have been the first player that I've seen in person dunk in a high school game. Because I haven't watched a ton of high school until we, started getting into doing the broadcasts here for the Youngstown City School District.
Absolutely. Well, one thing I can say about the Youngstown City School District that they have always had phenomenal athletes. They've always had phenomenal athletes. I love to see it as Austin Brown checks out, gets a quick breather. But I got a feeling he's getting ready to go back in real soon. There's no way you can have him out, not for too long.
I agree with you, Chris. I was on the track team back in 1985.
See, look at that. We got somebody that was on the track team back in 85.
You got that 4.4 speed, Mr. G?
Yes, sir.
Maybe 440 speed, not 4.4.
Yeah.
Hey, the only thing I did was I played basketball all 4 years, so that's all I could do.
I mean, coming from Boardman, having to play East, when I was there, I mean, the athleticism that they have on the basketball court and on the football field is insane.
Oh, 100%. But one of the things I remember, anytime I played up against a team like a Boardman or Canfield, they were very fundamental, and they weren't going to beat themselves. And that's something that I believe this Chaney Cowboys team continues to learn, is that they have to be fundamentally sound. As Thompson Jr. is at the free throw line. Can't convert there.
Tyrese with the board. Try to kick that one down low. Nice finish. Great vision by Tyrese.
Now, East isn't just going to roll over and let Chaney win. They're going to actually get out here and compete with them.
Absolutely.
Which is great. That's what you want to see happen. As the
That three
Cowboys,
ball's off for
unfortunately,
Miller.
can't convert on that triple.
I think Miller had a little bit of tightness either in his hamstring or calf, as we saw him before he got subbed back in here, laying out on the court over here, stretching it with a band.
Man, that's always hard when, I mean, it's unfortunate when something like that can happen, and you hate to see a kid with his talent and a kid of his caliber go down like that. So
you hope it's just a cramp and that he didn't, pull anything,
Absolutely, as Thompson drives and can't finish.
Mason dishes that one to Tyrese. Nice pass down low, can't quite finish. Tyrese gets the board, kicks it out. Mason for three. That's off. Long rebound, and it's saved to Dwayne Thompson.
Now let's see if they can convert on this layup.
Oh,
Ooh,
Mickle hit the court hard. I saw his face bounce off the court there.
But the way that he was able to get back up and just kind of shake it off goes to show you that kid's toughness.
Yeah, look at this replay here on the foul. Hard foul, and oof.
But the kid is tough. You see how he just got up and just kind of shook it off. Now he's at the free throw line.
That's something I noticed. Anytime I've seen a Chaney player hit the deck, they get right back up, and they'll play until the next dead ball until coach makes them come out of the game.
That's how coach makes them do it. That's how the coach does it, and honestly, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, you are supposed to have the guys that do those kind of things, and they can kind of make everything a little better. So that's actually how it's supposed to go. Not saying it's easy, because, as a former player, it's hard getting up from those tough fouls, but that's what separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, coaches try to teach you, you play through pain, not through injury.
100%. Playing for the coaches that I played for, we kind of had to play through everything. Man, just listen to these cheerleaders go at it, man.
Absolutely. You can feel the ground shake over here.
Literally, which is fine for us. I mean, hey, that makes our jobs kind of exciting.
Yeah, you hate when you go to a game and the cheerleaders just are standing around and are not, cheering on their squads.
Yeah, it's very hard to be a part of those type of atmospheres, so I totally get it. As Chaney is trying to extend this lead here, as they're currently up 16-7.
Franklin almost coming up with that steal. Chaney able to keep possession. And Mickle.
Good pass. Oh, good pass and good finish. I like that.
Good finish by Bobby Johnson. Again, looking for him and Cameron Miller to have good games tonight, as it is senior night.
Hey, as a senior, if you can't play well any other night, tonight is the night that you got to play well. because it's your last time playing on this court, and you want to leave it all out there.
As we get the replay, nice no-look pass from Mickle.
I love it.
Great awareness.
That's the kind of stuff, man, that you live for. As Chaney almost comes up with another steal. Now the mid-range won't fall. I like the mid-range pull-up. It looked like it was going in.
Mickle, mid-range pull-up off the glass.
I thought the bank was closed after 5 o'clock.
Not in Chaney.
What a great pull-up. Uh-oh. We got another jump ball. You know, in games like this, the atmosphere is gonna really test your mental, because can you still stay locked in and hear your coaches even when the crowd is going crazy, even when the cheerleaders are cheering at the top of their lungs? You gotta stay locked in. And I'm really impressed with how Chaney has been able to do that in this first quarter, as they're holding East only 7 points.
And something I noticed from the other game that we covered between these two teams over at East's building was there's more people here for the Chaney game. I wish more people would have came out for the East game, because East is not a bad squad by any means.
And they're well coached too. Coach Turnage is a really good coach. He's a really good player as well, really phenomenal athlete. Now, I'll go.
I wish every school could have the spirit that Chaney has when it comes to their athletics.
Absolutely. It looks like we got a late foul. Man, I got to be honest with you. That was not a good foul. That was not a good foul. Especially when you have that momentum already on your side. A tough one, but let's see if East can make them pay for it.
So they have Franklin Jr. at the line. And Michael Franklin Jr. in the last game between these two was a guy that was coming off the bench, and he was providing a little bit of a spark. He got the start today.
That goes to show you work ethic.
Absolutely. 2 months ago, he was, six-man, first guy in off the bench, and, was working hard, and coach sees that, and it's like, we're promoting you to the starting lineup.
I think, okay, he's going for it. Oh, now just imagine if he would have made that one, how this place would have most likely, just went into a frenzy.
Oh, it would have erupted. Everybody loves a buzzer beater, but especially when it's your home team, the place goes nuts.
Oh, yeah. And it's a rivalry game as well. It's one of the coolest things to witness, too.
Something that I do love about this rivalry, though, is that there's respect between the two teams.
100%, and that goes from the coaches all the way down to the players.
Because I know there's rivalries that I've been a part of where, even if one or two people want to respect the other team, the mindset of the school is, oh, we don't respect that team. And that's one way to look at it, but I love when you have the respect between two teams.
Me too.
Because, from the girls' game, Chaney could have tried to put more points on the board if they really wanted to in the final minute and 30-ish seconds. But instead, they just dribble out the clock, let the score be what it was, and take their win.
Oh, yeah. That goes to show you the amount of players that they love to. I believe it truly goes to show you the amount of players that are playing for these programs. They're still coachable. You got to listen to what your coaches are saying. Coaches easily could have helped run the score up, but there's no, absolutely not.
And there's a pass to Tyrese. Tyrese pull up mid-range. That one's in.
I like that. Okay, now let's see if that can get them going.
That's the kind of possessions East needs to have in order to close this 9-point gap. And Mickle swings that one over. Pass down low.
And he's trying to force that thing up in there. Now that didn't go, but I like his
Thompson
aggression.
from the corner.
Okay.
Cash.
All right, I like that from Thompson.
Thompson 2 for 2 on three-pointers so far in this game.
Now let's see if he is able to allow that to keep going.
Great chap by Chaney. And then that forces into a rush shot there for East. Thompson.
I like the in and out that Thompson did there. I think if I was him, I'd have kept going.
Brown with the ball, directing some traffic here.
Man, talk about a pure floor general. And a kid that's just tough. Look at that smallest guy on the floor, but he's getting in there. Oh, I like that. Yes, sir.
Great feed.
I love the setup, and I love the finish. What a play.
And that's Allen Hill on the finish. And look at Brown. You mentioned him being the smallest guy in the court. He's guarding the tallest defender, or excuse me, the tallest player in general for East right now in Tyrese Davis.
That goes to show you the kid has heart over height, as we got a tough bucket.
East scores a 2 down here, and then Chaney right back down on the other end quickly.
That was a great finish by Thompson Jr. Now this is where I think Chaney's going to extend his lead a little bit more.
And Mickle, easy lay.
Simple layup. I think East should call a timeout to settle things down here.
And Austin Brown, that aggressive defensive stance that he likes to get once his team starts getting in on a roll.
Good pass, good finish.
Great feed. Team basketball is really going to be how you're going to beat the tough physical defense from Chaney. You can't really have a one-man show out there trying to do everything when you're getting trapped all the time.
Absolutely. Because basketball is a team and everybody has to collectively work together. And what a great cleanup by Hill Jr.
I love the two bigs down for Chaney, Allen and Alex Hill. Got to interview them in a prior game as we get a replay here.
Man, talk about what a finish. Look at this. That's one of them grown man moves right there. You know, you can't really coach that. You just got to have it.
Great hustle, too, after the quick bucket from East for Thompson to get down there and get a quick bucket to respond.
Now, just think, Chaney has opened this up in a very impressive way, 31-15. But you can't let your guard down simply from the standpoint of they are going to find a way to get back in this thing. It's a rivalry game. They're not just going to roll over.
Absolutely. That was something you were mentioning in the girls' game, as Kevin Pullen with a nice little move to get to the basket and get that one right off the glass.
I love to see it.
Farrell swings that one to Brown.
I knew that was going up as soon as it touched his hand. I'm not mad that he missed it. It was a good look. Sometimes it just doesn't go in. But I love to see Brown's effort.
And Franklin with the ball. Takes the screen from Pullen. Pullen rolling. Franklin working on Farrell.
Franklin never should have picked up his dribble right there. You got to keep that thing going.
Pullen down low, tries to throw that one up, and it's no good. Alex Hill with the board, pushes it up to Farrell. Farrell takes it at the rim.
Good pass.
Passes that one to the corner. Bobby Johnson.
Johnson can't convert off of that triple. Even though he didn't make that one, anytime you're wide open like that, you got to shoot your shot and just let it go.
Absolutely. And I love the awareness to not just go up with that with 3 defenders around you and kick that one over to Johnson and give him a shot at the 3-ball.
I'm real curious to see how East can respond, if they can find a way to get back in this ball game. What a great pull-up.
Another nice little jumper there for Tyrese Davis. And Farrell, a guy who starts for the JV team and is a pretty good contributor off the bench for Chaney, is looking to get a lot of playing time here if Chaney can continue to keep a lead.
Anytime guys are able to give you a little bit of a spark off the bench, that's critical. That's what you need. You want them to do that. Now, that's a part where you can't pick up your dribble right there. You got to keep going.
Absolutely.